Well, for other Afghan families in Nottingham, the nightmare isn't over. One father's told us his wife and daughters still can't get to Kabul airport, and a former soldier from Nottingham's revealed how he escaped. Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball's here with me now. Jeremy, what else do we know?
Well, that ex-soldier, first of all, Emily, he's a man called Lloyd Comer. He was running a private defence contract out in Kabul when the Taliban rolled in, worried, of course, he was going to be targeted. And he's told the BBC today how his Afghan colleagues helped him make a quick getaway, driving him through Taliban checkpoints. He was disguised, he says, in those traditional Afghan robes. When they got to the airport, he described hearing gunshots at the British evacuation point. Now, finally, he's back with his family in Nottingham.
Emotional. Yeah, it's emotional. I'm home, I'm safe. And my heart bleeds for those people that I left behind. The guilt that you feel for leaving your friends and those loyal staff when they probably needed me most is overwhelming, to be honest. My heart bleeds for those beautiful people of that crazy country.
So good news for Lloyd, but what about those British citizens who are still trapped in Afghanistan?
Well, real concern today for a second Nottingham family who were out visiting relatives there, a mother from Bilborough and her 6- and 9-year-old daughters. Now, I spoke to their dad this morning. He said they simply can't get to the airport because the kids are so scared of the fighting and the firing that we heard about. They're now back with relatives in Kabul, and their school told me it's desperately worried that they're not going to make it out before those British troops leave.
I'm sure, and there must be people with relatives who don't have permission to be here.
Yeah, and this is a real concern, people who can't bring their relatives over. So these are British Afghans who are worried that their relatives' lives are in danger now. And I've been told some of those relatives are in hiding now because they're worried that they would be Taliban targets. One Afghan community worker in Nottingham has been telling me about his sisters and brother-in-law, and he says he hasn't heard from them for over 2 days. Another local Afghan man told me his brother had a senior law enforcement job. He's received numerous death threats, I'm told. He's on the run. He's actually moved house 5 times, and he's told his brother here to keep his children safe because he doesn't think he's going to make it. So just a desperately worrying time for these families.